So I've been getting a lot of DMs about the tell-all and how it's been popping off. So yeah, let's run it.
And this tell-all continues outside the studio. When the couples stay together under one roof.
So good old TLC here has found a way to milk even more segments and episodes out of the tell-all by putting all these asylum-esque, emotionally unregulated, hopeless romantic peeps all under one roof. And yeah, that's pretty much how episode 1 starts off.
You gonna get in the pool?
What is there?
This is my first night away from Matilda. I honestly don't know if Gino is gonna be there. What Gino still doesn't get is that I am not the same person. You know, I'm not the broken Jasmine who couldn't regulate her emotions.
A few moments later.
Who the you think I am?
But of course, this time we don't have Queen Angela, and it's been very apparent that TLC has crowned Jasmine to be the step-in replacement, and she will bear most of the screen time as she will carry most of the show. Heavy is the crown, they say. Otherwise, I mean, can't say too much about everybody else. Storyline was kind of boo-boo. Like, you know, their storyline is boo-boo when even when they're all together, they're talking about Gino and Jasmine.
I mean, like, I never agree with the open marriage. I think this is bull. I always say this to her. I say it's bull. Go somebody else and divorce.
I think before they went to last resort, she had a relationship with that guy.
Of course.
I don't think it just happened all of a sudden there with the therapist.
Yes.
Do you think Jasmine really loved Gino?
Love him as a great
If
guy.
you love somebody, you're gonna be able to do whatever it takes to be in this relationship.
Jasmine played him dirty, pretty much.
Now, I will say I noticed there's been a change of tune with a lot of the cast members. You know, Jasmine used to get a lot of support from these 90-day fiancé peeps. These days, hey, not too mucho. Now, the episode cuts to Gino making his arrival, and yeah, he's focused. He's a man on a mission. Actually, he's been on the same mission he's been on for like the past 2 years, it seems like. And that's to prove that Jasmine either scammed him for a green card, is a cheater, or both.
I'm not very excited, to be honest, with the thought of that I gotta hang out with Jasmine. You know, Jasmine cheated on me multiple times physically with Matt. But guess what, Jasmine? I got the dirt. I got the proof.
Now, right after this, there's an upcoming scene where Gino arrives and, you know, he's making his way to the back patio to greet everybody else, including Jasmine, and they start adding this intense thriller soundtrack. And yeah, I just thought it was hilarious because it sounded misplaced. You know, the scene, the sound, osmosis wasn't really there, you know, it didn't make sense. Like, you guys already know, like, Gino walks around like a newborn giraffe, like, there's nothing intense or thrilling about it.
Look at you, Jasmine.
Now, the scene that followed this scene, you know, was kind of intense. More so in the sense, you know, we already knew the whole situation between Gino, Jasmine, and Matt. I guess I was just more interested to see who was Team Gino and who was Team Jasmine.
You're a cheater.
Okay.
And a goddamn liar. And a fraud, too.
You have done enough.
No, I'm sorry, but you have done enough.
Facts.
You have done. Did you tell everybody that you're a cheater?
Yeah,
and
I'm
that
a
you
cheater.
Cheated? Did you tell everyone
I
that you
think we
cheated on me
know.
before last resort?
Yeah.
You scammed me. You used green card. You fraud.
She's going through hormonal things
I
that
don't
you
care.
will
Hey,
understand.
well, how about what I'm going through?
Now, Gino goes on to clarify, you know, his stance and his main premise of what he would like the outcome to be.
Matt's not going to get a freebie. I brought her to this country, back to Panama. Matt can apply for the K-1 visa and bring Jasmine to the country that way through that process, and he can do it like that.
But she have a baby from him.
Hey, well, how about what I'm going through?
Which I think is total doo-doo cheeks, because it kind of takes away his accountability and his role and how everything unfolded. Like, bro, you met this woman on a campsite. You chose her to be your wife. You married her. You followed the paperwork to have her here. Like, just because she didn't act out in the way you wanted her to or the way you expected her to, doesn't mean you get to erase the accountability for your poor use of discernment.
Facts.
Now, missed this whole thing. It looks like Andre and Jovi has some kind of issue. They're in some kind of squabble. I didn't watch their boring segments. You know, they had like 3 of these couples join together to film, probably because they were boring. And come to find out, their issue was as stupid as I thought it would be.
Blocked us on social media.
Man, I don't want to talk to you guys. You know how this ended. What Elizabeth called her when she left is like the most rude and disrespectful thing you can say to someone.
Hey, woman to a woman, it's kind of like, okay.
Why can't you just be an adult? You're almost 40 years old. Grow up.
So you're gonna be a little bitch and just tell me. So you're gonna be a little bitch and just tell me.
Look, we all know Jovi's from the Bayou. He loves his alcohol. It's an open bar. That's pretty much a green light for him. His eyes are bloodshot. Decision making wasn't exactly all there. You know, wasn't exactly on point. And you could just tell, you know, he tried to pick a fight with a man almost twice his size while wearing a bathrobe.
That's a midget in a bathrobe.
Logistically speaking, you know, nothing good was gonna come out of that. Like, Jovi, you can get away with picking on Big Ed, but this is one of those things where if you don't know any Brazilian jiu-jitsu, you're about to get laid out like a Brazilian wax appointment. Real smooth and over quick. And I think after, you know, he kind of tossed the bottle and Andre stood up, you know, he kind of realized. Let's just say Andre kind of walked him down and yeah, he sobered up real quick. And the only person I always feel bad for is the bartender. Like, I know TLC does not pay enough to tank a bottle to the head, especially with alcoholic red-eye Jovi here, you know, trying to randomly no-scope a band. Like, if this man didn't have any built-in reflexes, yeah, this would have easily been friendly fire. I don't know exactly what Jovi saw or where he was aiming, but that bottle clearly was a lot closer to hitting the bartender than Andre. Like, even Andre was confused. He didn't even dodge. He just... Oh shit, I thought he was aiming for me, but nah, he was gunning for you. And the funniest thing was this whole issue started off like, yeah, your wife called my wife a bitch. And that's kind of messed up, Andre. And it kind of just ended with Andre like, yeah, she did. What you gonna do about it, little bitch?
What do you wanna do? The little bitch? You little.
Like, the disrespect was so diabolical, I started praying for myself. Heavenly Father, don't ever let a grown man try to son me on national television the way you allowed to happen for Jovi. Amen. Like, I just knew Jovi came to his senses and, you know, sobered up real quick when he sat back down like a standing flamingo. Yeah, let's just hash this out, brother. Hey, your wife called my wife a bitch. Now you're calling me a little bitch. We're even. That's 1-to-1.
Do you want to fight? Because I'm here.
I don't want to fight. Can we squash this? Can we squash this now? You want to squash it?
Now, speaking of people calling people bitches,
And I'm gonna show the world how you treated me, bitch.
everyone started coming in to see what all the noise and commotion was all about. You know, Jasmine, of course, came in last minute and, you know, just out of nowhere was like, hey, look, this is all cool and all, and I'm gonna let you guys all finish.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
But I never had the opportunity to speak my truth, and I will not continue to let this bald-headed newborn giraffe continue to play victim.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna let this
Bald-headed newborn giraffe.
playing the victim.
Somebody get yourself.
And at the end of the day, I'm allowed to tell my part of the story.
I'm sitting back like, ooh-wee. Drama. The first day I came to live with Gino, I saw a piece of shit. Not Gino, like a literal dookie in his toilet. Like, this man don't flush. He's filthy. He's filthy.
The first day I came, there was literally, they didn't even flush the
Show how
toilet.
you treated me.
Where are
The
the
world
Come
how
here.
you treated me,
Come
bitch.
here.
You are
Take it out of
fraud.
Relax.
I literally thought this was a joke. I'm like, what? Until the intense music, you know, started playing in the background and everybody was like, oh my God, that's crazy. I can't believe you lived through that, Jasmine. And Jasmine's yelling in the back, the truth hurts, doesn't it, Gino?
the truth hurts, right?
Absolutely nuts. Anyways, the night ends. Fast forward to the tell-all. We see Jasmine and Matt walk in.
Today, I got my man with me. Whatever you do to me, you know, Matt is gonna have a problem with that, so.
I almost forgot this dude existed. Like, where was he yesterday? Now, we'll say Matt doesn't look like he has the same enthusiasm that he once did, walking around with that dead look in his eyes. I mean, I guess being with Jasmine will do that to you. Suck the soul out of this man. No pun intended. And let me go ahead and point out that I didn't think Darce could have exposed any more balloon skin from her tiny little bathing suit the day before, and boy, was I wrong. How is this even acceptable? Like, this is not you looking snatched. This is you look like you snatched some kid's butt cheeks and taped it to your chest. Anyway, so Sean starts to show off and she's like, yeah, we'll just start off with the main attraction, guys. And, you know, she starts showing scenes where Gino finds out that Jasmine's pregnant, and then the behind the scene moments where he's falling apart crying and Jasmine starts tearing up. You know, it's an emotional scene.
I don't want you to know by anyone but me. Matt and I, we are gonna have a baby.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a good life. She didn't love me. She faked the whole thing, and I fell for it. She's such a liar.
Gino's looking at Jasmine like, hey, them croc tears used to work on me, not anymore.
I believe this crocodile tear crying stuff for a long time, but I'm not believing it today. Jasmine
in my life.
Jasmine never loved me.
And I like how Lauren cuts him off like, pause. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Like, she sucked your toes, dude. That's a love.
I don't agree with that.
It doesn't mean anything.
She sucked your toes.
Okay,
Like,
but-
that's love.
Like, I don't know how nobody sees how stupid this show could be sometimes. Like, what is this logic? Like, forget about the fact that she slept around and got pregnant with another dude, but she sucked your toes, dude.
She sucked your toes. Like, that's
Now,
love.
Curious George here intervenes, and then he starts trying to sound as stupid as he looks.
Jasmine, if you're done with Gino, why don't end up the relationship?
Like, bro, have you not been watching the show? The relationship's been done. This woman's living with a whole new man for months with their baby. Like, did somebody accidentally give this man the 2019 script? Like, he's missing a whole canon event.
If you're done with Gino, why don't end up the relationship?
Now, Sean starts playing some of the scenes between Matt and Jasmine. You know, it seems at some point Matt had tried to propose to Jasmine while she was pregnant with a string.
And I know that I don't have a ring, but I just want to get down. And I want to put this, it's just a stupid string. Te amo. Would you marry me?
I just don't know.
And I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't know why he was even shocked about this. Like, bro, she's still married to her husband that she just left, moved to a whole different place with you while being pregnant with your kid. In her situation, I would think the whole thing has been like a shock to her nervous system. Like, I don't think Jasmine actually sat down to even process any of it at that point. So yeah, I honestly would be very concerned had Jasmine said yeah and committed to another
I
marriage.
just want to see, is it going to come one day, or are we just doing this until you get bored?
Okay, right now I'm dealing with postpartum. I don't understand what I'm feeling. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do something that I'm not ready.
All I'm saying is, in Jasmine's defense, you know, she was going through a lot. Like, she was still grieving the Gino situation. I mean, we're not gonna even talk about filming for the show, the reaction of the fans, everyone villainizing her, and just the anxiety of all that and everything that comes with it. I don't know how she wouldn't be having a panic attack or a mental breakdown every other hour, to be honest. Now, the last important thing that we got from this episode was Gino, quote unquote, exposing proof.
I will show the proof. I have phone records. The number that was showing up on the phone records, I had to prove it was Matt's number.
And how did you do that?
I did that by just going to the internet and Google. 3 months before couples therapy, that's when all the phone calls back and forth every day were going on.
But it was literally the same proof he tried to show us during the episodes, where he just had phone records and call records, which I guess could be shaky grounds for emotional cheating, but not necessarily physical cheating.
More of an emotional connection, right?
Either way, not tangible proof for either one. I'm sure if it was, or there was, TLC and Sean would have been all over it, plastered on the big screen for everybody to see, pass it out to all the news channels. They would have been all over that bad boy, milking every drop of that cow. But they didn't, so I could only assume that means the proof didn't have any R in it. Like, it wasn't proof, it was, get it? Yeah, no, it's terrible. But yeah, that was pretty much part 1. I'm about to film part 3 as we speak. Part 2 is kind of like a filler episode with filler characters. Nobody wants to see that shit. So yeah, I'll see you guys for part 3. As always, like, comment, subscribe, show your boy some love, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But hey, who do you want to know? I'm just sipping.